Hello, welcome to another DBN video. Today's video is part 2 of the Battle of Eylau, fought on the 8th of February 1807 between the Russian army and Napoleon and his French army, fought in the deep snow of the Polish winter. So if you haven't seen the first video, then put pause on the video now and go and have a look at part 1 of the DBN Battle of Eylau. And once you've watched that, we're ready for this one, which is all about fighting the battle. What we're going to do now is have a look at the battlefield first of all, and then we'll have a quick interview with the players on for either side, and they'll tell you their tactics, and then we'll get straight into the battle. One small point. The battle apparently is called Eylau, not Eylau. Eylau, I've been advised by an Eton professor that it is Eylau, not Eylau. So there you go. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at today's battlefield.
Seriously? Hello, welcome to the show. This is the Battle of
Eylau.
Eylau. We would call it Eylau, but somebody thinks it should be Eylau.
I call it Eylau.
I prefer Eylau. You like what?
Eylau.
You can do that. What do you prefer?
We'll rename it.
Rename it. Right, so here's the game then. Hello, my name is Mark.
I'm Norman.
Carl.
And we're playing DBN Eylau today. I'm Napoleon. This is Napoleon here. Nice big figure base. Napoleon's a +1. Norman has... I'm playing Napoleon and... Ogurel. My pronunciation is really English. Ogurel, that'll do, something like that. This is Norman, he commands...
I'll be playing Lassalle's corps and Soult's corps, which I've just given you in the wrong order. Here is Soult in column of march behind Eylau, and here's Lassalle's light cavalry force facing off against the Russian right.
That's right. We're the French, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. This is Carl, and he's commanding...
Murat.
And
Davout.
And Davout is going to come on here in turn 2. So
I should add that when Marshal Ney comes on, which will be on our left, I'll also be playing him.
Yes, yeah. Good plot. I've got, as Napoleon, I've got the reserve of the Imperial Guard, who are well hard. So the general plan here is that Ogurel, with these infantry, these guns, and this chap here, is going to defend the centre. Soult is going to go to the left wing, join up with Lassalle, and go that way. Marshal Ney will join in at some point, and we'll do a left flanking movement on the Russians there. The guard will stay in reserve and see what happens. We have to protect the guard, because if we lose the guard, we lose a lot more points if they die. If they're fighting the good, but if they lose, we lose a lot of points. Carl is doing Murat.
We are going to attack on the right with Davout.
With Davout. So we're basically doing... Sorry, I gave you a plan over there. You should have said that, shouldn't you? Do apologise.
Fine.
So basically doing holding the centre and 2 flanking movements on the Russians. The Russians, as you can see, have lots of guns in the front. We want to avoid that because they're hurt. Lots of guns on their right flank. Not so many guns on their left flank, but they do have an outpost here, which is going to be, could be a bit of a pain. We might just avoid it, we might take it out on the way. We'll see how we go. I think that's it. Anything else?
That's all I can think of.
Anything else, Carl?
No.
All the faults in our plan will become immediately and horribly apparent as soon as we start playing.
As soon as we make contact with the enemy. Because no plan survives contact. Although sometimes it does, we'll see. We have a big box of dice here.
No plan survives contact with our allies.
No, that's right.
We don't need the enemy.
Well, hello. We're the Russians. We're defending. We're just having a look at the French deployment, and it's we think quite radical.
It is, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
they're virtually giving up the centre, the key village of Eylau, and basically seeking to attack around the flanks rather than to come head on into the field of cannon fire, which is what historically happened in 1807.
They seem to have abandoned the idea of coming up the centre.
The cowards.
They've dropped right far back. Anyway, I'm Alex, and this is Martin. And Martin is is Benningson today, so he's the big commander. And you're also commanding the left wing, aren't you, with Tolstoy?
Yeah. So effectively, my troops are here. This is the left wing, effectively, and this is the reserve that we anticipated we were going to have to move over this way.
Yeah.
We have suspect that there will be some further French troops coming on our left wing here, so we really do need to make sure that this is strengthened a bit more. Which means basically following their deployment after our initial deployment, we're thinking in terms of holding this in a V situation,
Yeah.
but not directly venturing forward until we see how where exactly that big column's whether it's going to come in here or whether it's going to come down here.
Yeah.
And likewise the heavy cavalry, reserve cavalry, whether it's going to come up here or whether they might try to bring it around here.
Yeah. I'm commanding the right wing. I've got Sakan in the centre, and I've got Chuchkov on my right flank. Me and Martin, when we first looked at the French deployment, we thought, well, why not have a go and take Eylau? But it would be a bit of a bloodbath because the French Guard are behind Eylau, and we think it might be too much of a tough nut to crack. And we thought, with this army and the restrictions on command and control that we've got, I think keep it simple.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we've agreed that we're going to try and keep it simple and stay on the defensive, and use our massed artillery to its best advantage. Yeah?
Indeed.
So we are about ready to start the battle.
Am I allowed to ask who's commanding who?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we did say
Okay,
that,
so
I'm
here we are,
Napoleon,
game turn 1.
commanding the guard,
Okay.
and I'm also Agnew, commanding these ones and him.
Okay, now.
Carl is
Murat.
Murat and
David.
Devu when he comes on.
I'm Marshal Soult and LaSalle,
That's all.
and I shall be Marshal Near when he appears.
Oh, I see.
This
Okay.
one is under Soult, this light infantry, but they're staying there. Well,
Right.
it's up to Soult obviously, but planners, they're staying there. Who wants Napoleon's 3 then?
I have no need of them.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to move more than 2 moves over there? Oh, well, can you? Because you're already within 600, aren't you?
Ah.
Well, you deploy them to there.
Yeah, you can go for it if you want. Just make sure you're outside of 600 to begin with. I don't mind. That's cool.
Then you can move more than. Then you can move more than 2 if you want to. Move and fire.
Yeah.
In a range of 600.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can this gun here see those cavalry on the hill or not?
It's 100.
It's
100 paces
100
back.
paces back from the ridge line, so in theory, no.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh Lord, he's going for it.
Oh, heck,
Is
very,
indeed.
very bold.
Didn't think that was in the plan.
It is in the plan. They are carefully staying out of the arc of fire of that gun because I know that is going to come up later.
If you could. How far is that gun now?
That was 1 order, and he has 1 in the bank.
I just
Yeah.
need to move him up
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in range.
to not
600.
1 point.
Not being that way.
Some sticks.
We've got to
Yeah.
move. Alex, just to check. We've got to move into the village to
Still
occupy,
outside
haven't we?
Yes.
600, aren't we? So you do another move till he gets within 600.
It's
Right?
600. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
600, and then he's
You
there.
can move up to 600,
So we can do
so you
one
can
of
be
those.
at 600.
Thank you.
That's those 2. Oops.
And you can measure ranges and everything
Yeah,
before you do whatever you do.
yeah.
Right, I'm outside of 600. I'm going to do a subsequent march move.
Yeah. Well, you can do up to 2 subsequent march moves, so you can move 3 times if you wish.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
I'm explaining it for the boys and girls.
Oh, well done.
You're
You move how many
spoiling the
times is
magic.
it? 3 times?
You can move a maximum of 3 times, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
As long as you stay out. However, the complication is with that lot, it will
Like you
cost you
said,
more.
you can move them once for 1,
yeah.
and the second time for 1, and then any more than that, you've got to do it by base width.
Yeah.
So move them all for one, move them all for another one, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
How many times have you moved them now? So
Once.
Once, right.
Yeah.
So you can move them all again for 1.
Yeah.
We had those anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
So now it's going to, the next move is going to cost you
3.
3.
Yeah.
Now this is going to cost
1, 2,
us
3, 4, 5.
So
Yeah, they've had 2 moves. The third one costs a point apiece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can only move.
No. That whole lot will cost 1. It's
It's one, the
width.
third move is
Fantastic.
by base width.
Yeah.
That's the advantage you have.
Yeah,
in
because
this.
it's in,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
in 1 base width, right?
So it's doing 3 times.
Yeah. So that's 3 times.
Yes. As opposed to this one, where it's base width, 3 base widths.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a
Yeah. That's a march. Effectively, it's a march column. That one there, and that's a mass formation.
So even though I have 5 orders left, there's nothing else that I can do with them.
No.
The addiction of the dice, isn't it? You end up with pips and think you've got to use them.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You don't actually have to. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
You can use that as a table if you.
Oh, well. Right, are you finished, Noel?
I am indeed.
Are you finished, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am finished too.
We've got one here for a table.
So, Frenchy poo shooting.
Yeah, that's Frenchy poo
Are you
shooting.
within 600 of
Yeah.
him?
So I'll support your firing thing.
No, you're firing because it's the closest one to whatever you're firing at is the firer.
Alright.
Yeah. Carl's shooting on a 3. Into cover. Into cover's -1, isn't it? Is it, Alex? That's it.
2
So
minus 2.
Minus 2, sorry. That's me lying already. Carl's shooting on a 3, -2, shooting into cover on a 1.
Yeah.
He's defending on a 4 because he's muskets.
Yeah.
-1 for his support.
Yeah.
So that's 1-3.
1
1
3.
3.
1 3.
You're on a 1. So
7-3. Oh.
So artillery's missed.
Yeah, yeah.
Right again. But
Have
keep
we
on battering.
Any more French firing?
No.
Russian firing in the French phase.
Ooh. Well, you've been rather
Yes.
unkind to us there, I think, haven't
Is this
you?
videoing there, by the way, Alex?
It is at the
It's got a
moment,
video
yeah.
on the phone,
Ooh, what we're talking about here. I think that's a hit.
You son of a bitch, I tried hard to avoid that.
I think that's a hit, I'm afraid. Fog of war, as they say.
Yeah. Firing
Yeah.
the DUA,
Yeah.
you can't shoot them out of it.
You can't shoot them out of it.
No, so
So
it's
there's no
somewhat of a
point
waste of
shooting.
time.
Waste
So
of time.
him,
It's a
at
good point
him,
when you're attacking it, but you can
Uh,
shoot out of here.
I'm on a
There's no
3.
limit yet.
you're on a 3, but I'm shooting at light infantry, so I get a
So
minus
you're
1. So
shooting-
I'm on a 2, Norm,
2
and you're
versus
on a
3.
3.
No, I haven't. That's
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
And I'm on a 4,
No shoot.
and
Oh,
you
on a
went on a
4.
4.
Oof, I sailed close to the wind there.
I think they've completely avoided our artillery, haven't they?
There's a thing with deploying massed artillery, isn't it?
Yeah.
You either get to shoot a lot and kill a lot, or you make it a dead zone and nobody goes there.
Yeah.
And they
Is
go
there a
somewhere
bin?
else.
And that's what you've gone
So we
for.
lost.
Is there a bin?
Not in here.
Okay. Don't need that Pratt, so it's off the floor.
All right,
Oh,
yeah, thank you.
We
Yeah,
have
no problem.
So it's our turn then, is it?
So
the Russians
it's
in.
our
To the
Russian firing, no firing. So game turn 1 over to the Russians.
Have you got a marker?
Yeah, do we have
Yes.
French or Allied
Yeah.
markers?
Well, definitely.
Yeah, well we know it's good.
Uh,
Yeah, I guess we do.
I've got 2 commanders. I've got Sakan,
Oh,
who's
yes,
commanding-
who's commanding?
who's
Yeah.
commanding this corps here,
Yeah.
which is the centre, and I've got Chuskov, who's commanding the right wing, and the line is here, drawn
Yeah.
between the 2 corps. He's a poor commander. He's on a -1, and he's a par. So for Sakan, he's on a 4. Very good. And for Chuchkov, he's on a 3. I've got a formation of Cossacks.
Just
So I
off a
get
-1 as well.
You've got another
No,
No,
it's
no,
okay,
no,
that's
no.
all right.
Alex.
And I've got Cossacks there, and I've got Cossacks here, so they have an intrinsic 1.
Per formation.
I've got who's this lad? Tolstoy?
Tolstoy,
On
famous
-1.
Tolstoy on -1.
So that's down to 2.
Yeah.
This character. Who else? What's this
You've
one?
got
It's
bag ration.
just standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bag ration.
Yeah, I've seen bag ration. That's a bit of an insult. I think
Bag
it's
ration.
biggeration or whatever. And the
Bag
CNC,
No,
Yeah.
it actually is bag ration. I
6.
think.
Right, well, we've got to do some
I
manoeuvring,
thought
haven't we?
Well,
Yeah.
that's yes. A fancy pronunciation.
He
That
might
must
need-
be
he
like
definitely
ration
needs some.
or something. But
Bag
no,
ration.
it's bag ration.
Yeah, I think that's going to
He might,
When we do the,
he might have enough.
size,
Yeah, because this
we will for the generals and whatever.
I can,
I can move it 3 times.
Yeah,
According to CNC,
where's
he
me?
gets to give his caps out to them.
I'm here.
You need a few there.
It
the
might
first
cost
thing
you
you've
2
got
to
do.
give
If
me
you
1.
move- Technically, if you move before he
Yeah,
does
it'll
that,
cost you
can't
2
get
to give me
anyone
1.
after they've got
So
that
can
first.
you give me
This makes it
1?
all simple and the same
Sure, is that
order.
enough?
Yeah, because you need him over there. So I'm down to
If they do
4.
before, does it?
What about this?
Only very early bird.
He's
years
got
ago.
4.
We play
What do you do
DBA
about
a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot as much
Yeah,
as I play
I might have
fancy
enough.
things.
You might have enough.
You've got a lot.
Just
You've got
easy.
manoeuvring to do there.
Yeah.
So you can use the rest of that. I can manage with 4 and 4.
So I can leave him on nothing then and give it over here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It goes on forever. Whereas that
So,
one time to get
Norm, you're up for it, are you?
Took us like 70
You know,
episodes.
I'm not going to get my money back if I bring them back unharmed.
Right, so first of all, let's have my Cossacks come galloping out over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
hush your
To
face.
play much of the
No.
game.
Now, if I'm staying more than 600, yeah, so I can do more than one. So that costs me nothing because that's their
Late
intrinsic.
60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
In the Glen Banner, I started on.
Um,
In school. So
My
there's-
artillery
good
obviously
ones,
all
yeah.
has to do its manoeuvring. So I will
This is
move.
good, as long as they're moving, they can't be shooting.
That's right. I will move him back onto the hill, like so.
One thing with
That's one.
Cavalry is when moving his gun there. If you have ones like that, sir, where you're not facing the same bear,
Yeah,
where he's now.
2.
I'll show you one of yours. If you have a cavalry fighter in the front
yeah,
and they get pushed back, they get pushed back.
3.
yeah.
If you have a cavalry
Okay.
like that,
Okay.
Got 1 left.
Killed.
he gets killed because he can't
Yeah.
get pushed back.
Yeah.
If you're attacking a cavalry unit,
You know what you need to do.
just say attack
You-
a unit. If you
but
want more than
Do
one
you
side
have the minerals to do it?
and you win, he will die
Yeah,
because you say if you attack by him,
yeah.
he
It's
turns
like
to
the
face and retires.
I think
with
they
the
attack or they
which is
die of
face.
shame.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Sorry if I'm telling you too much, but just
Okay.
so you know.
Oh,
What's he done? What has he done?
From the Grand Battery.
What?
What am I going to do?
What game was that?
his Cossacks have come out on a free move.
Oh dear.
He's redeployed his artillery, and he was going to be a little girl in a pink dress. But with his
Well,
Cautious, I think's the word.
Yeah.
Cautious, thank you, yes.
Well, it's not a bad way to be because, like we said before, you don't have to have the fight.
No.
He's retiring now to get the best
Good point.
advantage when the fight happens, if it
Yeah.
eventually comes
Yeah.
on. If he come forward, he could have had one on his side, so he'd
Yeah.
get an advantage. So now it's not going to happen there, is it?
No.
But it might happen this way, actually. But, you know, well. Oh look, it's moved. Off the
Yeah.
hill.
Yeah.
He's moving that entire hill. It's coming for us. Can we bring advantageous terrain with us as well?
Move the bush in front of you.
Is it Dunsanian wood that comes to Macbeth's castle?
Here's my bush and it's moving.
Right, I'm measuring from that point and they're heading off here for one.
Cossacks get an intrinsic 1 free cap per Cossack formation. So those 3 over there
That's
get
the
1 free
Cossack
cap,
do that.
all 3 of them.
And
And
the
that
other
one
gets
there gets
one for
1
one
free
bird.
Got 3
one
left.
bird, yeah. You can also
Yeah.
hold them as well.
Yeah,
to move this line to come and move down there, what's that?
it's going to be 2
So
movements.
that's 1,
Yeah,
2, is it?
yeah, basically.
So that's that one.
Whereabouts in Whitby do it?
We could do
No
one of
stakes
these
for your
up
own?
here, by the way. Yeah.
No, okay. It's on the
He's not coming.
west cliffs. On the west side anyway.
anytime
So
soon.
we're about
Are
10
you able
minutes
to
walk from the
redeploy
seafront.
that gun?
So,
Yeah.
it's out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
So it's out in the, well, I suppose with the 60s.
Well, you can
suburbs,
leave
and
that one there, and
Yeah,
I'll try and
there's a big
redeploy these.
international centre there.
So it's going to take some bloody doing,
Old
isn't it?
Victorian.
Right.
And there's basically been a big social housing estate and private housing built on the grounds of this old estate. So it's nice because
Yeah,
it's
okay.
still lots of trees,
Yeah.
fairly open,
Yeah.
and you're only like
See
10
how it
minute walk
goes.
to the town centre or 10-minute walk to the sea. So that's
Good effort.
Why don't do these frigging guns?
yeah,
You
Whitby's
can't
not
do
very big.
anything without moving that infantry out of the way.
I know.
You
Yeah.
they either have to come forward
Yeah.
or move the infantry out of the way to get some lateral movement.
Yeah, you've got to move the infantry out of the way. That
Two.
costs 2. I've got 1 left. If I was to do that, that's still not enough, is it? I'm going to leave that gun there at the moment and do that.
That's me done.
Is that everything used?
That's one there. Yeah. Try and get over it.
Right.
How are you doing over here?
Yeah, I've got a lot of moving.
Yeah.
Right,
Good.
so our firing, and I don't think we've got any, have we?
No
Which is a
Russian
bad
fire.
thing to say.
You haven't.
And neither of you.
We
So,
haven't.
French return
Oh,
fire
okay,
in
yeah.
Russian face.
so that's
and a
1-3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1E5.
I'm on 3.
Good effort.
I'm on 7.
No.
Right.
End of game turn 1. So game turn
Advance the
2,
dice.
we throw for the weather.
So,
Only 4, 5 or 6 is a change of weather. 1, 2 or 3, nothing. So game turn 2.
One.
The weather is still lovely.
lovely.
Over to you guys.
So,
Does-
this is
sorry.
turn 2.
Turn 2.
Does Davut's corps come
Yes.
Where does he come on
Outstanding.
here?
There. At that, from that point.
Straight into
Yeah.
Murats.
Move me that first, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, I roll for Napoleon. 5, 6. And for whatever their name is.
Ogeron.
Here we are.
Right.
Game turn 4 for the French.
Couldn't
Starting their
before now.
movement. As we've seen from the start of the battle, there's been some cavalry action here, and it's been the French have got a slight advantage. The Russian cuirassiers are
You could.
disordered at the moment, but both units, both sides lost
Remove that
a
man then.
destroyed unit. The French are moving their Sult's corps, manoeuvring onto the flank. There's still a lot of manoeuvring in this battle. The Russians are desperately trying to get their guns into action. It's very difficult to move. It's now snowing, so it's making command and control much more difficult. Davout, as you can see, is now moving up into the combat. Murat's cavalry have come round the Russian left flank. There's a lot of manoeuvring, not much firing at the moment, but it will all kick off in the not too distant future.
Okay, are we ready to move?
So here we are, game turn 6. It's moving along here. The French cuirassiers are charging the Russian guns, and they have declared a charge bonus, which means they're going to take fire this time, but in the Russian turn they'll get in before the Russians get to shoot. Quick swing around the battlefield.
Did you have enough caps to turn him to face the village?
Unfortunately not now.
Bit of a standoff at the moment over on the Russian right flank here, as Soult starts to reposition his troops. There's been a bit of a hectic cavalry fight with the Cossacks here, who've been slowly destroyed and ran away. The last of the Russian Cossacks here and fighting with some disordered French light hussars.
Is that as opposed to
Here we are on turn 9.
Is that okay? Yeah.
The battle is now developing
Muskets card.
nicely.
Where they're coming from
The
and
Prussians under Lastuc have arrived.
that corner there.
Soult is now launching his attack
To there.
Right.
So it's not
onto the
like
Russian
it's
right
moved
wing.
up.
Nothing has really happened in the centre. The French Guard artillery
Does he
has
have a
been
shot
blown
out
away.
there, Mark?
There.
It did
So they're not quite
destroy
in
a
line with
unit
them.
of,
But does
or
he have a
helped to
shot out?
destroy a unit of Russian artillery. Finished off with
If not,
Soult's
I'll take
artillery.
that.
We'll ask Alex. But
Swinging over.
If not, I'll put it back.
It's all getting
that's
very,
Alex back
very
forward,
gritty over here on the
Why wouldn't he have
on
a
the
shot? You
flank.
haven't moved him, have you?
No, I haven't.
because of the hill.
I'm just worried about like.
Here we are back into the action. This is game turn 11. The French are just finishing off their movement and firing. French attack columns storming into the Russian right flank here. Chuchkov's troops holding the line. Should be an interesting combat.
Might as well move that one up behind
We've
as
got
well.
2 French attack columns
If the general
versus
there's one lump.
got the Russian Pavlov Grenadiers in the line there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Some Russian
You can
Jaegers,
move
which
all
are
the plotters, one,
flimsy. We'll see how that goes.
if you so wish.
But if
And
your
over on the
column
left
gets- if the front one
flank,
gets killed, you've still
French
got a
left
column behind
flank.
it. It's just a bonus for that one.
Davout is now moving into the assault, supported closely by Murat and his cavalry reserve. The Prussians have now formed line and are now starting to advance under Lastuc, advance in support of the right flank. Okay, are you ready to do the combat?
I am indeed. I think it's going to be more advantageous if I go for the
Yeah.
Jaegers first. So
Yeah.
attack column versus Jaeger. So basic
column
of
7.
4,
Yeah,
5, 6, 7.
yeah.
Wow.
Minus
versus-
1 for my support.
Okay.
So down to a 6.
6 versus
3.
6 versus 3.
So
Let's do
yours
it.
Fights as militia.
No, only shooters.
Only
Matt,
shooting
yeah.
as militia.
So it's 6 versus 3.
11.
I'm on a 7 and you're on 11. So you've beat me but not by double. So I take a hit and I'm pushed back. You're an attack
You
column,
okay? Yeah,
so
okay.
you have to
Yeah, I'm just
follow
trying
up.
to work out if I've got a shot in the
Yeah.
centre.
Does he stay in contact with you there?
Um,
Because you retire a base
Your
and he
issue
follows
here
up
is
the
these
base.
Yeah.
no, it
Doesn't
breaks
stay in,
contact.
does it?
Yeah.
Contacts, yeah.
So you follow up a base depth.
I follow up an infantry base depth because I'm infantry.
Yeah.
You withdraw a light base
Yes.
depth because you're light, and
Yeah,
that takes you
so-
out of contact.
Yes, which is fair enough, isn't it?
You've got all the
Being light, boys.
Mm.
Okay, so that's that combat.
So you still
Over
have
here,
lighting,
it's exactly the
light
same.
machine.
You'll
So is it
end up on
my-
a 6.
my turn to shoot
Oh, but
back?
I'm on a 5
I'm
because
down
I'm
shooting
grenadier, I'm
down.
elites.
And do I
Normans
have
and
anything
taking
for?
hits.
Oh, we both
No.
got guns.
It's a
Yeah.
Russian turn, isn't it?
Right.
So I'm on a
That's not
5 and you're
No,
on a
it's your
6.
turn, Mark.
It's our turn.
It's
9.
our turn.
Every
You're shooting
Napoleon
first.
So, it's
9,
this
10.
battery got a
Right, you
target.
beat me
I
by
dozed
1.
off.
I beat you by 1, so you take 1 fluff
Does he have a
and
target?
you are
This
pushed
one
back.
here?
Yeah.
I would say probably not.
I don't follow up because I'm not a column.
Not a target.
But I've
'cause these
actually
are in the way.
recoiled
Yeah.
your attack column,
You would have.
which is good, you know, obviously a
His
good
first
result
2
for me
points,
there.
so the 2 points we're shooting at.
So
if we're going to
that's
shoot at, say, his
where
gun,
we're at
that point
at the
there,
moment.
you can see that point there,
But
that
that one
point
can't.
there,
Okay.
can't see that point there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
of this.
Because he's in the way, basically.
Yeah.
This one is a target.
But it still means
He's
that
firing
these
6 of
boys,
But he's moved.
he's not going to be able to fire on
Yeah.
these
Yeah, that's
because
So can
they're
this
past
guy
his front
see
edge
anybody here
Okay.
to shoot at
and they
them?
can't fire too bad
You
actually.
did alright, yeah.
Mm.
So is it, I'll go now then.
So that's the end of the turn. Over to the Russians.
Benningsen.
It's your turn again.
Yeah. Second
Keep on doing it.
on a 3. Tuchkov. No, he's on a 2 actually. And he's on a 2.
6. Oh, that's what I wanted.
And he's on a intrinsic 2.
Right, I've got 2. Do you want one at all, Alex?
Yeah,
Right,
please.
there you go.
Thank you.
Give your burst.
One.
Norman slid under the table.
I'm going to do this guy first. That's. Let's see. Okay. I think you can do 400, can you?
You can, General's 400, yeah.
Yeah, 400.
That's his 3 done. He's got 2 for 1.
Bring it.
I'm going to do that.
Because Norman's no longer an attack column.
Norman's no longer an attack column. And for
You
another
could wait
one,
until the combat and point out that he's not in line with that one.
Well, he's not,
I
but
mean, I
you
would.
see, that's any reasonable person would say that's still in line. It's not like, for example, that one over there. You know,
I think you should. I think you
Where?
should play it.
you could have just parked a scooter in between them.
that's 2. And my Cossacks will do that for free.
Question, right.
Yeah, that's all my
This
movement
one's in
done.
back going in.
Yeah,
Would it be advisable to move one forward?
we've
We
got
might as well.
extended range now, so my guns are going to blast at them boys. Both guns,
Yep.
3-3.
Okay.
So that's what.
Have a 7.
Have an 8.
I'll have a fluff.
Have a fluff, my friend.
I reckon move it. No, I've got him in the way, haven't
These 2 guns on him. 3-3.
Okay. Have a 7.
Have an 8. Have a
3-3.
7. Have a 7. Moving swiftly along. Him at him. For what
Okay.
it's worth. I'm on a 2. I'm shaking down to a 1. And you're on a 4. So it's 4-1, but you're just defending.
Right. Have 6.
Have a 7. Woo!
I cannot win a roll in this centre now.
I think that's on the village. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you done?
That's all my shooting, Norm.
Right. I don't believe I have a viable target for this gun. Let's go.
No,
Because they're
we're
in the fight.
combat.
And I think everybody else is busy.
Yeah.
They can't. They're out of range. They can't
Yeah.
shoot on them.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all a bit
So-
chaotic.
How much in shooting?
Yeah, so.
So that's it.
So that's it. Yes.
3-3.
And we have no melee.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
A
5.
fairly crucial one.
No effect.
Yep. Well.
I'm on a 5.
3-4.
You're on a 4.
Ooh.
I've got a
9.
support.
No,
It's
seven.
5-3.
So
Okay.
from
You ready? I'm on a 9.
that,
I'm on a 6.
Nado here.
So you're pushed
Here.
back again.
2.
And
3.
another fluff.
2.
2, yeah. 5.
6.
Nothing. Right, nothing there out of range.
Yeah. Any firing from the French boos? Him on the village?
Push back. Sure whether it's going to be either. Better to turn against the grenadiers.
Anyway, that's the end of the
or
game
better
turn.
to turn against
Gents.
the artillery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turn 12.
Turn 12.
What happens on turn 12?
Oh, you know what happens on turn 12.
Ooh. The weather, it's starting to snow again.
Is it though? A 4?
About 4 or 5 is
Yeah.
snow. We haven't had a 6 yet. 6 is blizzard, so no one gets to shoot and stuff. That oh no, sorry, I forgot. Fog of War.
Well,
He had a movement of 2.
Right, move them on.
a turn, but not in his turn. That's it.
And they're doing their thing.
Right, so, it's out of range now.
Well, this cavalry here is going to get shots from. You have the captain.
Gotcha.
We'll move him
So
forward.
one of these can get in.
One can go in.
So
Is it going to be more advantageous to go here?
Yeah, you may as well follow him.
Right, well,
Right, okay.
It doesn't cost you anything.
the column can't go in, the individual unit can, which will still be a successful attack because you're attacking me in the flank and I'll get -2 so I can't fire at you and all sorts. So I would say that's the most advantageous.
So 2, sorry. Taking
Yeah.
the whole hill with me. 2
Yeah.
to put them in.
Yeah, that costs you 2. So that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Right.
How many do you think you've got left?
We'll go down to
So
3.
that's as much as I can do, and the rest is shooting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right, do you want to start your shooting
This was
then?
one, wasn't
that was one, so we'll leave,
Right.
we'll leave that there for the minute.
I will.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they'll have moved, so they can't
They
fire.
can't fire.
Right, so I will like.
Oh, I thought me appeared there.
Yeah.
See what that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I forgot about them.
Right.
Fog of war, you know, there's a lot of snow and smoke going on.
Yeah.
So this lot on them
Yeah.
with these in support.
Yeah, now they're only defending. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they all
So-
firing already?
So he's on a
I'm
4,
on firing, yes.
he's on a 4. Yeah,
So we're
down
looking
to a
at it.
3.
Right, what are we doing? We don't
4,
have
3
anything,
to
have
you.
we? When do we do our firing then?
Have 7.
That's a cock.
Right. Right, so French firing.
Oh, I'm very glad you did that, sir.
5. So that's a hit on me.
Hang on.
Okay.
I can't quite see what's in line here.
Does artillery fire first?
Not
No,
necessarily,
no.
It's up to you to choose.
Whoever's
which
the
is most-
closest has to dictate the
Should we do
firing.
it?
Right, any
Him
more
against him,
firing?
him
No.
against
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
him against him.
These
Yeah.
Firstly, put
can't go in this go. They don't have the cap
No.
for it, so they're going to shoot your
Shoot
Pavlov
you.
Grenadiers.
Yeah,
So they're a 4, but they're shaken down to a 3.
yeah, and I'm elite, but I'm down
So
to
there's 3
line
firing
for
at
shooting,
3.
so I'm on a 4.
He's going to
I've
fire
got-
at him as well.
I've got 1 support.
Does he have to fire
He
So that's
does,
down
which is within
to
300.
2 for you, so
300,
it's
you have to
4,
fire your
2.
nearest target.
Gotcha.
Should be firing in
Oh,
support,
have a
basically.
4.
There's
Oh,
a bit of
Have a
no, there's a bit of
10.
because you don't get the benefit.
wonderfully
You just get the
destroyed.
-1 on him.
Well done.
Lovely.
Now, you made that roll up. Can you tell me what page
Dead
it's on?
infantryman
No,
there.
no.
85.
Right.
I can't because there's
So-
no page numbers on it. I can't be
On that
asked.
infantry unit,
Yeah.
Right, so it's French firing. isn't
You're
it?
on a 3,
He's on a 4,
I'm
he's
on
on
a
a 3.
4.
Which can fire at 1 below.
Oh, I love it.
4, 3.
so many ones.
So,
That's
9,
it for my shooting.
10. Good effort.
My
Fluff on
shooting,
him.
he obviously can't shoot because he's in a scrap. So him
Stoic.
at
10.
him.
Get, Alex, does Stoic count as shooting at?
Yes, only for
And
shooting.
Only for shooting at.
Yeah. If
Yes, Stoic, well done.
yeah.
So he's stuck.
Him
so he's,
on him,
doesn't, so
I'm
it's
on a
equal.
3.
That's what the Stoic bit.
I can't do anything,
If
can
you beat him by 2,
I?
it wouldn't have made a difference.
but he would
My
have
shooting
been
back,
before
I've
anyway.
got
So he
him,
would have
them
been up
2
to
to
the same
shoot,
score as-
Yes.
and I've got
Yes.
him
On the
to
other hand, if
shoot
you
on him.
win, you
Yeah.
can get a +1 for each.
I thought he shot
So
back.
if you
No,
lose-
he didn't, no.
Yeah.
Max
But
said
he has to
Get
shoot.
one below
I
Yeah,
the
he
took that
didn't
as your
shoot.
role, but
So he's on a
right.
4,
So
he's on a 3.
wait a second.
4, but
4,
you're
9,
just defending.
5, 9, 5, 9, 6, 1 on him. Well done, I forgot what
I win,
Yep.
1 fluff on
Shame
him.
that.
Wait. If
He's on a 4.
they weren't shooting
He's
back
on a
last
3.
go, should they
He's
not
gonna
have
shoot
got
at him in support,
been
so
down
it's
1?
3.
The,
4,
no, if you're not shooting, you don't get any penalty for not shooting back.
8. He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, it's artillery only, isn't it?
Yeah,
Two
well,
hits.
artillery only.
Yeah.
That's the bonus of having
Now,
the
the
third one.
technical-
He's on a 3.
3,
He's
3.
already fired.
So he's on a 2.
So hang on. So he's
6.
not firing
no,
back,
nothing.
-1
Fine.
and 2. Only defending on a 2.
Right.
Only
So you
That's
get
for
3,
it for the
5.
shooting, but we do have a close combat.
5, 4, we have to double him because he's deployed and has his move.
We do have a
Okay.
close combat there, yes.
Do they charge in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in, aren't they?
But they can fire.
Not yet, we're not yet in because it's his turn we go in.
Oh, they're not in?
No, they've got the old...
Oh, it's clear and charge, right, so they're the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, so he's fired, hang on a second.
Squaring up.
He's moved.
yeah,
Can he move and fire? Out of
No,
the...
because he's not
He's just-
occupied.
yeah,
just
they're
moved
not
it.
in, they're not
You
square,
can't- you don't
but he's
have to
going to die if he
occupy it. Your
loses.
next turn, if you
Yeah.
stay there,
Yeah.
you will occupy it.
So, what should we
And
do
you'll
that?
be
Shall
able
I
to
do
shoot
that?
Might
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
your best option.
You're on a
Right.
3 because
Oh,
you're
you're
shaken.
Shaken.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
start off on a 3.
You're shooting. Return
I'm
from that.
attacked in the flank
him on
down
a
to a
3.
2. I'm unable to fire
Him
me
on
on
a 3,
defence.
down to 2
0.
because of canisters.
Wow.
3,
Okay, it's 3-0.
Here we
9,
go.
8. That's good. 1
Six.
on this one.
6-2, tripled, sir.
Tripled. So,
Unicorn.
destroyed.
If you
Okay.
get
And
you need 2
I
pecks to
lose
put
a
it
I
in.
fluff.
know, I
Because
know.
I
If
have
you get
won a
30
close
seconds
combat.
Lord, they are, their
You don't
morale
get
is
any
shot
flag.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Alex.
We're in order.
It's over to us, yeah, remember that's your grenadiers,
Yeah.
so they're better off charging into there
That's what's going to happen if
Yeah.
I get enough caps.
if they can get enough. Right,
Yeah.
so over to us,
Right, this guy.
yeah, CNC,
That's
Tuchkov,
You can put your charges in before,
5,
after you move, isn't
after the move before the combat,
it? Yeah.
down to a 2.
It's out of range of the minute.
What do you want to do?
One.
I was laughing because the whole thing
Sorry.
moved, sorry.
Yeah.
It's sort of like,
Have you done what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I've moved these
He
guys.
can
out.
move 300.
Yeah, but it's just come out of there now.
Yeah, but he's
Two.
not occupying it, that one. This one's occupying.
Right.
Yeah.
He'd have to come out touching, but this one's just moving through.
They've gone.
So if you
They've
want to
gone
move
with them
the
for
300
what it's
from where
worth.
he was, you can.
Understood.
Alright.
Yeah.
He's
there,
sort
so-
of marched down the
Badly
main road.
shaken
if you like.
anyway.
can you get your dice mixed up now? Go on, he's three, isn't he?
Yeah, he's free. Right, okay, so I'll move him over there if that's
Yeah.
alright.
Okay.
So whose dice has he come off then? Oh, that one.
Right, I've still got spare. Is he doing anything? Do you want me to send him over here to you?
Can't.
No,
It's you
A
see.
bit late now.
Bit late now.
now.
Well, no, it's a movement stage.
Oh, move him then if you want. Yeah, move him over.
I'll move him, sorry.
Yeah.
We should have a rule on the front page of the book. You have to say what you mean.
Oh, right, you mean what you say,
Sorry,
yeah.
that's right. And someone else has to
Well, if
move
you
it.
say it, you've got to
Understand?
stick to it. And
Yeah.
I know.
Right, so I can only move these
You like to
guys.
make that for
One,
Foxes?
two, three, two,
Let's go through these ones again.
So
Yeah.
Sorry.
him versus
He's
him.
got-
And
chooses
you've got
what he
him in
does,
support now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
can
it's
choose
4-3
What
to
do you
you.
So it's two fives with.
Have
So I
7.
suppose I still have to do
Oh,
him and him.
have six.
He has
Ooh,
to
nasty.
fire at him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in return, because they're the nearest ones, and the first thing
Shaken.
him and him,
Yeah.
him in support. He has to fire at him in
Right.
support, okay?
So that's
He's obviously going to
three
support that combat.
4-3, yeah.
Them two on there.
Okay.
9,
So I'm on
6.
6.
9, 6. Fluff on
Right,
6.
fluff on there.
It's going to be a 7 for me.
And it's going to be a.
Right.
No,
that's
you're
one.
3 because I've got 2 guns firing at you.
All right.
Support down
6
to
for
3.
me.
You're on a 3. Is that just a 1, is it?
Oh,
And 8 for me. So hit on
3,
you.
3.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Nine.
You've been standing there for
That's
ages
6
taking
and
it.
9.
Yeah.
So start on a 3, plus 6 is 9. 9, 5. Another fluff on you. So if you say 6,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
opposition thinks you've got 6. You
Yeah.
haven't, you've got 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
Can we do it?
Yeah, please, Mark.
Come on, move
No,
along the
they're
line.
shaken now. Aren't
This
they?
is can
Yeah.
fire.
You put a fluff on and took one off, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can fire. Has to fire.
I did not realise they had.
I'm not
So
going
he's
because
firing
I've been doing
three.
all sorts of strange
No,
things.
I did not
He
realise
can-
that. I put one on, I
And
looked
took
down
one off.
and I thought, I've put a big handful on there.
I don't know, he's not going to be in.
Right.
Next,
Oh.
anyway.
Yeah, pardon. Move along the line, sir.
Right.
So he's firing a 3, you're defending on a 3.
Them two
Get
against
support
him.
for-
So I'm on a 4.
You should
One
really do
spot,
it
so
before
it's
you
4-3
say that one,
to
but yes,
me.
you can if you want
Okay.
to, or you can fire him separately afterwards.
Well,
Oh.
using the support.
Yeah.
7,
That's 7,
You can
4.
use him as support, which gives you 1. If you fire him afterwards, he's firing a 3, 2 to double him. Up to you.
No,
Right.
no,
In support.
no, yeah, go on.
Right, so sorry, he's been cancelled with
So,
3.
Now
He's down to 2.
I'm not sure whether
3,
he can because
2,
he
'cause he's
moved. You
firing in
see,
support. Yeah?
I'm not sure
Go on,
he
one
can
of your dice.
support the combat
9,
because he's moved. You see,
8.
8.
Good effort.
he moved in my
It's one of those 6
last
and 2
go.
threes,
Yeah.
isn't it?
so
So,
he
Yeah.
can
can't fire.
artillery
You
not...
see.
So he's fired.
Yeah.
Right,
If it was horse artillery, yes.
Down.
Foot
Fire using
artillery,
combat.
no.
okay. So,
So have we got
you
any
find
guns?
in support,
Yeah.
yeah, bear with
Even
me,
these.
bear with me, caller.
So you're on a 4.
Shooting
into cover down to 2.
Shoot there.
2, yeah.
Those
He's
guys shot, it's
three.
just the gun
Is it-
on
Yeah,
your...
oh, and I've got
He's elite 4.
him to
Did you
fire on
his
him.
line and a left?
Oh, have you?
Hang on a second.
yeah.
Because they're going to fire up and over the top of that hill with indirect fire.
and
They've all
it's
got
in-
hand mortars, have they?
Sorry, the right's firing and a left, and they fire his line.
Yes.
Yes, so you're on a 4, elite's 5.
Yeah.
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 Did
And
you?
he's a 2.
Yeah.
So he's gone down to 2, because he's
Because of
firing into cover.
Yeah.
Down to
You're on a
1
3
because I'm
you're
shaken.
rights.
Yep.
It's
But
4
up to
because
2
you're
for
elite,
firing
up to
in your
5
flank.
because you're in a
Gotcha.
left.
And
And
I'm
you're
on
on
a
a
3.
4.
So what happened there? What?
Yeah, because you were shaken, but you were
Well,
on
I
the
was to Martin.
7.
Crack 1, 2,
5.
3,
5.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
For no,
Good.
No,
Right,
it's
and
a-
that's...
So we did that,
Right,
didn't
issue
we?
number-
Yeah,
We've done that.
Another issue between he moved.
So it's just combat.
Handed around to them.
Yeah.
Now, if you wish, you can have him in the combat if you
How many
wish.
shots did he
But he
make?
tests for winner or loser in
in
the
my last
combat.
turn-
But he gives you +2, so he's well awesome.
It's a combat.
But it's a bit
Combat's
early
like-
to be losing a chance
Should
of
we do
losing a
this
CNC in it. Really.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
You're in combat. I'm not going to cover those. You're
So-
3. You're shaken down to 2.
You've got
So him against him. I test to see.
taste to see if,
Yeah.
if you
Someone's
find us...
gonna-
Add 2 to the dice because you moved.
Because the result is, you know, one
Oh,
of
I'm
the two
unprepared.
dice roll.
Unprepared. So
Oh.
you start off on a 3.
Dead.
Cavalry skirmishers versus infantry down to a 2.
It's not skirmishers
Well,
versus
it's-
infantry, it's skirmishers versus cavalry.
Yeah, beg your
They're on
pardon.
horses.
Yeah. You're down to a 2, unprepared down to a 1, support 0.
Stays there.
3-0.
Oh yeah.
No.
You've got a dead cavalry man somewhere.
Tripled.
Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to follow up, do you
I
not?
do a test for breakthrough.
I understand it, thanks.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Not
One or a 2.
No.
Not sure these are traditional.
1 or a
Sometimes
2.
I
Anything but 1 or a
find
2,
some
I get a breakthrough move.
Gotcha.
I
Well,
love
you
it.
did, well done. So it's
So
our
they
turn next. Do
will
you know what you want to do your next
do
turn,
that.
don't you? In the
Gotcha.
fight. And then you win.
Okay,
Marvellous.
so it's going to be same as
then
over
we'll
there.
turn here.
Yeah.
You're on a 0
Did they move last
and
turn?
I'm on a 3.
They did in their last turn.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're 0 and I'm on a
They
3.
did.
Good one for you to win.
So they moved.
Oh,
They're down to
didn't.
-1 for that.
They might be. Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's-
they've got to roll,
yeah.
haven't we?
You roll the dice
sorry,
and see
mate.
how you find
No, that, and they move
You want high.
to there and
3
stop.
and then move
I knew that I was
2,
taking a
5.
chance
Steady.
by
Steady.
moving in there
Could be steady normal, could be prepared.
right in the thick of it,
Yeah.
but
Steady. So you were on
I just wanted to grasp the nettle is all.
a yes with the fires militia.
Very good.
Alex, the Russians fire as militia but combat as line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 4.
So you're on a 4.
So here we are on
I'm
game
just
turn
thinking about
15.
Well, what, sorry?
A lot has been happening.
When you column him.
It's
Marshal Ney Emot.
yeah. Marshal Ney has died on the battlefield. We need to get. I've got a casualty there to put on for. I'll have Marshal Ney on the battle, dead body on there in the next shot.
No, you need to contract them, really, don't we?
Both
Not
flanks
really details
are in
of the
nitty gritty combat.
He needs to come out here. So he needs to come out here.
It's all happening over here.
It's alright.
Who's this? Murat? Who's their general?
Napoleon and his guard are starting to
Javu
come
is there,
forward.
so he's
He's
got
sensing a
Column in.
possible
cost
victory.
1.
It's still a very close
Turn him
fight
round to flank
with
them.
casualties are
Cost
roughly
2.
the same.
Move him out.
Still
cost
all
3.
still to be fought for, but we are getting closer to the end of the battle at this
You're
point.
all right with them, aren't you? The initial cavalry attacks.
Here we are. This is the end of game turn
But if you don't do
16,
we just
and
don't get
incredibly,
the casualties.
both
Yeah.
armies have got to the victory conditions, 23 destroyed units at the same time at the end of the turn. So incredibly, true to history, the battle ended up as a bloody draw.
Hoping to hold
Incredibly,
him back there so I can
at
get
this size of battle,
Yeah, so that
it still ended up as a
they're
draw.
really slow moving.
The battle has definitely swung
The fact they threw some crap
from
dice.
one
You haven't
direction
helped out with it, with the dice.
from one side to another
Yeah,
throughout
but
the battle,
much, gave you what could, but yeah,
but we've ended up with a draw.
a winning French draw.
So I think a Russian bloody draw.
Yes,
There'll be paintings and songs made about this.
but I think that's just.
And here we see the French Guard
The
that are just
on the march.
marching onto the battlefield for some sort of parade at the end of the day. And I'm proud to say the French Guard never fired a shot.
French gun did.
The French Guard artillery did.
Just what? Their bodies lie where they did so.
There you go. Well, there you go. After 16 game turns, the battle ends in a draw. Well, Napoleon, Mark, he reckons it was a winning draw for the French, but then it wouldn't he? And as the well-known saying goes, sometimes history repeats itself, and it certainly did today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next video, thank you very much.